Hello you guys, James Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's video, I'm excited and I know that you guys are gonna be excited as well because you have been requesting this forever. It's gonna be a new episode of trying out a full face of makeup from insert store name here. Now you guys know this is one of the most popular series we do here on this channel. We've tried a full face of makeup from a ton of different stores. In fact, we actually just uploaded like a 2-hour long compilation of every single full face we have ever tried. So if you wanna watch that maybe at night before you go to bed, you can go ahead and click right up here. But today's video is going to be kind of like the beginning of season 2. And today's video is going to be trying out a full face of makeup from SHEGLAM. Now I know you might be confused because one of the first episodes ever of this series years ago was trying out a full face of makeup from Shein, but it is not the same thing. You guys know Shein is obviously a very iconic global online marketplace where you can quite literally buy anything. Of course, makeup, but also clothing, accessories, wigs, furniture, literally who knows? But now years later, Shein has built their very own makeup brand called SHEGLAM. SHEGLAM only started a couple of years ago, but they have exploded into the beauty space and are now a very serious competitor with a lot of these massive brands out there. They've done huge collabs with different TV shows, movies, franchises. They have really cool packaging and they also have very deep pockets because they pay influencers a lot of money for reviews. Today's video, however, is not sponsored, so you guys know we're gonna try everything out and give you my raw, honest thoughts and feedback about a full face of makeup from SHEGLAM. Let's get right into today's video. All right, you guys, if you're excited for today's video, season 2 of trying out a full face of makeup from insert store name here, if you're excited for a full face of SHEGLAM, you guys have really been requesting this. Please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up down below. Your love and support really helps out the channel quite a lot. I know I say it every single time, but I'm being serious. It helps us get into the algorithm. And if you have not already, come click that big red subscribe button if you're watching on your phone or your computer. If you're on the television, you can always just swipe up on your remote and click my little profile picture right down here and click subscribe that way. We would love to have you in the family. I upload every single Friday at 12 p.m. PST. So click that bell icon. That way you get a notification just like this every time I upload a brand new video. Let's finally get into a full face of SHEGLAM makeup. I have all the products right here in front of me on my makeup table. I will say we placed this order like 2.5 weeks ago and it did take quite a while to get here. There were some issues with the tracking. However, thank God it finally arrived and this whole order cost $182. Definitely not the cheapest full face of makeup from. However, really far from the most expensive as well.
But I will say you ordered 24 items, so it does come out $7.50 per thing.
That really is crazy. And as someone who really appreciates good packaging design, you guys know how much work and love and money I have put into developing Painted. Some of these products, the packaging is insane to me. Obviously, SHEGLAM is selling millions and millions and millions of units and probably own the factories that are making this stuff. So obviously they're gonna have lower costs, but like a Pickle Rick setting spray, a Harry Potter snitch, like, are you kidding me? This is expensive. How do they do this for $7? Stay tuned to see the full review, but let's get into the video. Starting off with something that has really ugly packaging, unfortunately, their triple threat correcting primer. This whole like 3-color shit is so cheesy to me. It really is, because I guarantee you when I actually squirt this out and put it on my face, it's going to turn white almost immediately. Oh, in fact, I only was able to squirt out the pink, but it's not like I can shake it up and get them all to mix together. Yeah, see, immediately it's turning. That looks crazy. This is a triple threat correcting primer. I have been having some pretty bad acne breakouts recently, which is really annoying me. I don't know if it's stress. I don't know if it's bad weather. It has been really raining a lot here in LA. But unless it is literally removing my pimples, this is not correcting shit, okay? I look like Edward Cullen, hello? Oh my God, Bella, you're so loca.
That was Jacob.
What? No, it wasn't. Jacob says that? Oh my God, how embarrassing.
Bella, where the hell have you been, loca?
Primer's all applied, let's get into foundation. I ordered a couple of different shades, which to be fair, also is accounting for my total being a little bit more expensive than normal, of their Complexion Pro Long Lasting Breathable Matte Foundation. And when I opened up these boxes, look at this. They come in these gorgeous like velvet pouches. This is not giving like cheap shit quality. This is giving luxurious and expensive. Now I got the shade Peach, Nude, and Shell, just because frankly, whenever we do these videos, I'm tired of ordering one shade and it being really bad and then all of you guys making fun of me in the comments, okay? I'm aware. My eyeballs are working. I paid a lot of money for LASIK eye surgery. I know when a color isn't good for me. Unfortunately, none of these fucking makeup brands care enough to make sure that the color inside of the bottle actually matches the graphic on the website. Let's clock that tea, wake that up, okay? This is Peach. That is yellow, which is ironic because the whole point of peach is that it's supposed to have a slightly, you know, warm, reddy undertone. Okay, this is going to be shell. Oh no, that is really yellow. I also purchased nude. This is really my last hope here. Oh, this one looks a little better. Oh my gosh. All three of those are really yellow. I guess I'm gonna select nude because it's like the least egregious of the three of these. This one's too light, this one's too yellow. This one is both of those things as well, but at least it's gonna be the closest to, I think, matching. And I'm just gonna go in and blend it out with our painted oversized sponge. Literally the best sponge on the market. If you guys have not tried this out or added it to your collection yet, trust and believe you are missing out. Double the size, but half the price of your typical beauty blender. Okay, I'll be able to make this color work. It's just not ideal. Actually, it's blending out really nicely. It has some pretty decent coverage to it as well. Obviously, if I was using a brush, it'd be a little bit more full coverage, but because I'm using a sponge, it is helping to kind of melt that product in, which is exactly what I am going for. And I feel like that looks pretty nice. I'm just going into the second layer on some of the areas where I want a little bit more coverage, and it does seem to be building up, which is good. So it is a buildable formula, and I think that is pretty much my foundation all done. Not bad. The color could definitely be a lot better. I'm really not a fan of these undertones. However, the formula upon first impression seems to be pretty good. Let's go in with concealer. For concealer, I got 2 shades of their Like Magic 12-Hour Full Coverage Concealer. God, both of these are yellow! Yellow! I got Chantilly and Linen. SHEGLAM, I need you to update your website with accurate color swatches. These are crazy. Okay, I'm gonna use Chantilly, I think. You guys, I don't know what caused this, but I have one gigantic pore in my forehead. It is right there. Do you see that dot in the middle of that concealer?
What is that?
That's a pore. That is a literal hole in my forehead skin. Probably goes right to my fucking brain. Whenever I get a facial, I always have my facialist like try to zap it or use some sort of lasers or skin resurfacing shit to get it to fill in. It won't do it. But whenever I'm judging a new concealer, I always pay attention to whether or not it'll like actually fill in the hole or whether a formula will like sit on top of it. It's not working. Let's blend this out using our painted sponge again. You know what? It is blending out nicely, so I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. I feel like we'll have to wait and see how it actually wears throughout the day once it's set with powder, but first impressions are not bad. Oh my God, please fill in. God, it's just a fucking hole. That's foundation and concealer. Let's go ahead with a little bit of cream contour. Now again, I ordered 2 different shades so we can kind of like compare and contrast and see which one works best. These are SHEGLAM's liquid contours, and these have been super viral on social media. I saw a ton of content creators doing reviews on them, so I'm definitely excited to see how they actually work when I am not being paid to talk about it. This first shade is Stone, which is, holy shit, literally gray, which to be fair, a contour shade is supposed to be, but I think this would be intended for skin tones a little bit lighter than mine. I know that these do blend out really well versus this shade is Clay. That color is so close. That does have a slightly warmer red undertone though. So I'm gonna use Clay over Stone. I'm just gonna kind of dip this in and we will go in and just add on my little dots. God, this is so cool toned. Gonna blend it out with a little brush. I mean, it is blending out like a dream. You guys saw that. It was so easy to use. I wish it was just warmer. A little bit underneath the jaw. And we'll do a little bit around the nose as well. Oh my God. Oh! That smells amazing. And we're going to blend this shit in. I totally understand the whole concept of contours, like sculpting, and the whole point of bronzer is to warm up, but like this is a little crazy.
Sun in our sun-kissed perfection with sun sculpt contour. People will ask, did you just come from vacay?
Bitch, not with this. Someone's gonna ask me if I just came from a fucking cave. Those are all the liquid products all complete, so let's go ahead and set our face in place. I'm gonna use the SHEGLAM Insta Ready Face and Under Eye Setting Powder Duo Slay, and I got the shade Bubblegum, which is a baby pink setting powder. Let's tap a little out. Oh, it is, whoa! That is finely milled. Holy shit. This is $8.49. Are you kidding me? You made a shade called Bubblegum and it doesn't even smell like bubblegum? Come on. Oh, Face and Under Eye Setting Powder Duo. Is there another? It comes with a pressed pink powder on top. Normally, I would love that if my face wasn't already 6 shades too light and I don't have a fucking bronzer to darken myself up either. Good God. Okay, let me apply some of my Pickle Rick setting spray.
I'm Pickle Rick!
I'm gonna give a couple of spritz of this Pickle Rick and Morty setting spray. I don't know the lore behind this because, oh God, I maybe shouldn't admit this on camera. I've never seen Rick and Morty. Sorry. It does, It doesn't smell like pickles, but it definitely has a suggestion of a pickle flavor. There's some cucumber in there, and there's some like...
I'm finding it.
I don't know. How do you describe scents? I do not understand. Okay, let's see how this under eye setting powder works. Oh, bitch, oh my God, you know what? That looked really pretty. Gag. I really wish that I had a bronzer to add a little bit more warmth to my skin right now. I feel so gray and sad. However, I do at least have one more thing to add some color back, and that is a SHEGLAM blush. I bought this blush from the Harry Potter collection, and I have to be so real, okay? This might be one of the cutest fucking packages I've ever seen in makeup history. Happy birthday, Harry!
Thank you.
It's Hagrid's cake. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Hagrid's cake as a blush, and that color is so beautiful. You know what? It's really similar to Dolly Doll from Painted. In fact, oh, it is literally the exact same color. Are you kidding? Oh my God, that is crazy. Period. Let's go ahead and apply this to the cheeks. We're gonna dip in our little brush. Happy birthday, Harry. Oh, there's a little bit of color there. Pretty. It's Hagrid. Happy birthday, Harry. Now, last but not least, before we move on to the eyebrows and eyes, okay, we need to talk about the golden snitch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just incredible.
It really is incredible. This might be some of the coolest packaging I have ever seen on a cosmetics product. Are you kidding me? A Harry Potter golden snitch in the Quidditch match. Like, are you fucking serious? Oh no, I got it! I've got it! I've got it! I got a point in the Quidditch match. Oh, 5 points for Gryffindor. I wouldn't be Gryffindor, let's be real.
Slytherin.
You think I'm a Slytherin?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Should I ask for an explanation?
You don't need one.
So I'm gonna go in with this little golden snitch shade. It is like a very cool like duochrome. When you move it around, it's kind of reflecting both pink and yellow, which is very cool. So I'm gonna apply a little bit of this to my little cheeky cheeks. Whoa, that is really pretty. It's like a rose gold. What's really weird is this applies kind of like glittery. You guys can see it doesn't look like a super smooth highlight, but in the formula, there is no glitter. That's not my favorite, but the reflect is really stunning and it is very, very bright as well. Wow, look at that, holy shit. Oh my God, that is like crazy. Oh wow, it's almost like a little too much if I'm being honest. A little bit on the brow bone, and of course a little bit down the center of the nose as well. Yeah, pretty. Okay, SHEGLAM, I am impressed so far. Now for brows, I did order 2 different products because I wanted to try both of them out. This first one is a Brows on Demand 2-in-1 brow tool because we have a pen on one end and a pencil on the other, which I think is really fun and easy. But this brow product, I have seen so much online. It is SHEGLAM's Browfection Angled Brush and Dip. I think I have to, you twist this open, or I have to unlock and press. Unlock, oh, okay. And then,
There it is.
there it is, nice. Okay, let's see. Oh, I wonder how I could use this. Let's see. Hello, did it already dry? I don't know about this one. This might be a product that's better for girlies that like actually have no eyebrows at all and are gonna like draw on an eyebrow. This doesn't seem to be layering over or in with my actual eyebrow hairs very well. I don't think that I like this. Unfortunately, I am gonna do the other brow with this just to get them even because I don't want one brow to look different than the other, but I'm gonna go in with that little pencil / pen thing after. I really like this brow pencil. Actually, this is doing a gorgeous job. This brow stamp thing fucking sucks. That's garbage. Wouldn't waste your money on that. Although it is only like $3, so not really wasting much if we're being realistic. Well, that's the eyebrows. I do need to clean them up with concealer, and I'm fearful of using the shade that I actually bought. So I'm just gonna use one of these bad foundation colors, unfortunately. I think this is probably as even as we're going to get them. Damn, they look fine in person, but on camera they look ridiculous. I'm gonna smile and then watch this eyebrow. Did you see how that one went down later? Is my face uneven? How do I fix that? What the hell? I'm suing. For eyeshadow, we have 2 different options today. Both are really cool brand collabs with SHEGLAM. We have a Wonka Bar chocolate eyeshadow palette and a Powerpuff Girls eyeshadow palette. They are very different. Oh, Bubbles has glasses on. And now she doesn't. Wow, innovation that excites. We obviously have two very different color stories here. So I might try to like combine them together. Both of these are really, really pretty. And these are cheap as hell too. This is $8.99 and this is $9.99. Not bad. I have a cute little idea of how I'm gonna combine both blue and brown together. So I'm gonna start off by going in with this shade Dark Chocolate, and I'm gonna sketch out a little wing. And I'm just using my painted J4 liner brush, by the way. These shadows are actually really pigmented so far. Now I do want this wing to be kind of smoky, so I'm then just gonna go in with a little bit of Scrumdiddlyumptious, maybe a little bit of Toffee, maybe a little bit of Nutty Crunch Supreme. I'm just gonna mix together all these different browns and see what I can kind of come up with. Oh, this is like a cream-based shade in this corner. That's interesting. I've never seen that before. I'm also gonna sketch in a line for a cut crease, and then I'm just gonna slowly start to blend that out in the same way as the liner, just buffing that with a J11 brush from Painted. Can I use this little cream shade? Is that gonna actually work? What do I wanna do? Can I like highlight my brow bone with this? What is this gonna do? Yeah, oh my gosh, okay. That looks good. Now I'll use a little bit of that malt cream shade and see if I can use this to cut my crease on a Painted J2. Oh God, say a prayer. I mean, that looks great. That looks really, really good. Like, are you kidding me? Hello? I'm kind of shook right now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really impressed by this. God, maybe I should have reached out to SHEGLAM about doing a sponsorship for this video. That looks great. Now, here's where it gets a little fun. I'm gonna use our Bubbles palette, and I'm gonna do a cute little lower waterline using the blue. Let's see if I can actually pull this off. I have an idea in my head, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. I'm gonna grab a Painted J6 liner brush. I'm gonna give it a little licky lick, okay? Call me gross all you want, I don't care. Then I'm gonna dip into this little flower shade here and try to use this as like a liner type of color. Then I'm gonna sketch a little inner corner thing. That color is not as gorgeous, unfortunately, as the mattes and the brown palette. Let me give this a little spritz with my Pickle Rick setting spray and see if making the shadows a little bit wetter helps out the formula. That's not doing a lot for me. Shit, I thought this was gonna be so cute. I had a vision in my head. These two shades are almost identical in this palette. I really wish that this would have been a matte dark navy blue instead. I feel like that would have worked so much better with this color scheme because this is just not giving what it needs to give, which is really unfortunate because the pigment in this palette is literally insane. This is kind of lame. Before I go ahead and move on to the next eye, there is one more eye product that I really want to try, and it is the SHEGLAM Crystal Jelly Glaze Sticks. I have seen these all over TikTok. These are actually a dupe for the same thing from A Dose of Colors. These are so beautiful. I fucking love these. I got the shade Starlit Silver, and this is supposed to just be like a loose, gorgeous glitter. So I'm just going to go in and I'm gonna tap this on my lid here. I don't know how well this is gonna show up on camera, but in person, this is really fucking pretty. Oh yeah, you can see that. For $7.99, are you kidding me? That is beautiful. All right, on that note, that is, well, it's not one eye all complete. I have a couple of ideas I'm gonna do off camera quickly, but I'll be right back when the other eye is done and we'll finish out the rest of the routine. All right, we are back with both eyes all complete. I literally love how this eye look turned out. Unfortunately, I ended up using quite a lot of things that were not SHEGLAM. I had a vision, okay, and I needed to execute it. This Wonka palette, phenomenal. Blends beautifully, great shade selection. I'm not obsessed with this cream formula in the top left-hand corner. It did crease a tiny little bit. However, for literally $9, bitch, I am sold. Unfortunately, as much as I love the Powerpuff Girls, this cute little palette did not do a lot for me. The formula is not great, but at least it did inspire me for this cute little blue glam today. Let's go ahead and move on to our next step, which is going to be, of course, mascara. Now, I ordered the SHEGLAM Big Time Eyes Voluminizing Mascara. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply a thin coat of this because I also did order some SHEGLAM false lashes. Now, this comes with 8 different pairs, which is kind of great. They are like really gigantic. I am noticing this little half lash pair over here. That could be for me. This mascara is $5.49, which is literally insanity. Oh, I don't know if this is giving me voluminizing, but it's not bad. I'm not mad at that. I'm not in love with her. Like, I'm not gonna ask her to marry me, you know, but we've used worse mascaras, that's for fucking sure. Honestly, like, I have really been blown away by a lot of these products. Mascara all applied. Not bad. I'm gonna grab these cutesy little half lashes here and we're going to try this. If it looks bad, I'll just take them off, but they look like they have potential. Girl, SHEGLAM, I'm kind of gagged. Like, a lot of these products are working so well. Like, I am gooped and gagged. Like, these lashes are cute. Hello, I do have a cute little idea. So you guys know we have our Create paint, and of course we have our blue Create paint in the shade Blueprint. However, fun fact if you care about color theory, unfortunately you cannot mix a light blue with a black to get like a navy blue. It is a complete separate pigment. So I had my lab make me a navy blue paint formula, which is what I actually use for like this lower lash line and whole liner situation. I don't know if I'll ever end up actually putting it out, but if you guys want it, let me know because the shade is really fucking pretty, and I've been loving using our Create paints as like a colorful mascara recently. Look at that. That is so cute. I love this makeup. Oh my God. Oh my God. Girl, I feel so, oh, I can't say that on YouTube. Ugh. Like, I am sorry, that is so cute. That is so cute. Okay, we're almost done. Let's move on to the lips. Starting off, I'm gonna line them with this SHEGLAM Lip So Lippy Lip Liner. That's a stupid ass name. This is in the shade 04 Natural. That color looks like my fucking lip. That is the best lip liner shade I've literally ever used. I don't love the formula, I'm gonna be honest, it's a little too waxy for my liking, but that color, you can't even tell where the liner is, where my lip is. I love that color. This is literally going directly into my go-to lip liner bin. Hate the formula, not my favorite. However, for $2.99, don't care, do not care, love it. Like that literally looks like my regular lip color. That is so good. And then on top, I'm gonna go in with my SHEGLAM Lip Stacker. Is that what this is called? This is $5.49 and it is basically, oh, screw off. Yep, 4 lipsticks in one component. That is wild. Okay, so you just like literally screw these to separate them. I'm gonna use this second color down. Let's see. I mean, pretty good, not bad. Again, not my favorite formula that I've ever tried, but for just over $1 a color, I'm not upset at it. Literally, how could you be? All right, you guys, on that note, the look is finally complete. Let's give this one last and final spritz of setting spray from Pickle Rick.
I'm Pickle Rick!
As we lock this in place, because for once, I love how my makeup turned out today. At this point, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I am low-key kind of annoyed and a little bit jealous of the influencers that did do this video as a brand deal, because with how many of these products I really loved, I should be cashing a check for this. I really liked almost every single product we tried out today. I really only had a couple of issues. The foundation and cream contour, really liked the formula of both of these, but the undertones were just a little bit off. Too yellow, too gray. This concealer formula was not my favorite, again with the undertones, but then also I feel like this kind of emphasized my pores and texture. And then the Powder Puff Girls eyeshadow formula was definitely not my favorite, but everything else I really enjoyed, and we were definitely able to make it work for a very successful full face of SHEGLAM makeup. Here is my final look. I am so curious to hear what you guys think about this full face of SHEGLAM makeup. Have you seen it on your For You page? Would you buy makeup from Shein? Have you already bought SHEGLAM makeup products? And most importantly, what do you think about my final makeup look? Let me know down below, as well as let me know, are there any other brands you want to see me try a full face of makeup from in the next episode? For now though, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, as always, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up down below. It really does help out the channel quite a lot. And if you have not already, just click the subscribe button, girl. I know you're coming back every single Friday at 12 p.m. PST and watching. Thank you. I love you. Come to the button, it's completely free. And if you're watching me on your TV, hello friends and family, you can always just swipe up with your remote and press my little profile picture right down here and click subscribe that way. If you want to follow me on my other social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, just James Charles. You can follow Painted on TikTok at Painted, or of course you can look on our Instagram and shop on our website at painted.co. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I love you and I will see you next time. Bye.